See if you got what it takes, so don't get me, cause I'm chilling in your hood quite comfortably, Gojo.
What's going on, DSG? It's your boy DarrnellBradley back at y'all with another video, and today we checking out some Patreon requests. You feel me? We got this one coming to us by way of Thomas Lorenzo. Thank you for the support, much love, you know what I'm saying? But we here, we got Batman versus Iron Man, DC versus Marvel. What? Death battle. Oh, sorry. Now y'all know how we do these, right? We place our bets with the right to change our bet at the end of the explanation, since we have all the, you know what I'm saying. Now I'm decently versed in both these characters, you know what I'm saying. Like Batman, it's probably my favorite in DC. Iron Man's not my favorite in Marvel, but he's definitely one that I like. So like I said, my knowledge is decent, but I'm very sure they are going to elaborate on things that I do not know, and we just gonna get into it and see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and say prep time. Say Batman gonna win. Prep time. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media. We knew that ain't further ado. 3, 2, 1, click.
Batman, DC's vengeful crusader.
What, the smartest detective versus the smartest guy?
Playboy philanthropist.
These two mortal men have used their intellect and determination to take their place.
Batman got an Iron Man suit. He's got something like that. I don't know why he don't use it more often. I feel like he could really, you know what I'm saying. But he roll how he roll.
Alongside gods.
And being filthy, stinking rich sure doesn't hurt either. He's
At all.
Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
That's right, he's back. In case you're one of the many psycho supervillains stalking the streets of Gotham City, I would make peace with whatever god you pray to, because they won't save you from the goddamn Batman.
But before he dressed like a giant rodent and employed little boys in booty shorts as meat shields, he was Bruce Wayne.
Yo, wow. My man just shot strays. Yo, I mean, damn, why you gotta put it like that? You know what I'm saying? I can't even sit up here and like say man's is wrong. That's what hurts the most. I can't say that he's wrong. Oh my God.
Scion of the multi-billion-dollar company, Wayne Enterprises.
Until Mommy and Daddy got 360 no-scope, leaving Bruce with a void inside him that could only be filled by the never-ending.
One of the two smartest men on Earth. Okay. Considers him. Amanda Waller considers him a metahuman. Wants to know why you said that name. Martha! Y'all gonna play. I'm starting to think that Batman ain't gonna win because they playing man's soul right now. You can tell just from these. They don't seem like fans. But one of the two smartest men on Earth. Now that's my thing about bats. I didn't know, like, when it came to him being smart. Like, I know he's like witty, but like when it comes to like, say like the stuff that Tony Stark builds, is he smart like that? You know what I'm saying? He's more like, I think he's more like on a strategies level and the things that he has studied. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely martial arts and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Quest for justice and vengeance.
That night, Bruce Wayne died and the Batman was born. He would devote his life to perfecting his body and mind to become more than human. He would transcend his own mortality into legend, a nightmare to haunt evildoers till the end of time.
Jesus Christ!
I am him.
Like Zoloft and therapy would work too, but okay, whatever works.
Batman's resume is absurd. He's mastered
Go for it.
127 martial arts,
That
trained
part.
in stealth and assassination,
Yep.
and is a super genius with a photographic memory. He's the world's greatest detective,
He's that guy. I'm telling y'all.
bar none.
Like how the League of Shadows needs to keep erasing Batman's memories because he keeps finding their secret bases. Or the time he found a dead body with no entry or exit wound and a 40-year-old bullet nearby, and somehow determined it must have been fired backwards in time.
Despite being a master.
Say what? say what? See, I knew they was gonna elaborate on shit I ain't know. Like, I knew that. Batman's that guy. He's that guy. He's that guy, bro.
Wound and a 40-year-old bullet nearby, and somehow determined it must have been fired backwards in time.
Despite being a master marksman, escape artist, forensic scientist, mechanical engineer,
and
okay.
ninja,
one of Batman's assets stands above them all.
His fat stacks. Bats has poured his billions into tactical armor and gadgets for every conceivable situation. If there's one word to describe Batman, it's prepared.
Made of reinforced Kevlar and titanium, his batsuit can resist knives and gunfire, and even protected him from this massive explosion.
He's that
Judging
guy.
By the size of the detonation, Batman's distance from the epicenter, and the surface area of his body, he must have withstood a blast of nearly 60 tons of TNT.
Let him know. 58 tons, almost 60 tons. Now watch, they're gonna go to Iron Man and be like, oh, well, he did some Zeta tonnage, whatever the hell crap. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go to Iron Man's Herald armor, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? When he was heralding for Thanos, not Thanos, sorry, heralding for Galactus and crap in the comics. Man, all right, we move.
His cowl comes with night vision, infrared, and a radio, while his utility belt is chock full of smoke bombs, nerve toxins, a grappling hook, and batarangs, which he can control midair and set to explode.
It was these tools that allowed Batman to wage his one-man war on crime.
But once he got over his angsty loner phase, he helped found the Justice League of America in order to bring his personal brand of Bat Justice to the entire world.
And Batman's knack for schemes and preparation skyrocketed to match, turning him into the Bat God we all know and meme. Like the time he developed a turning him into the Bat God we all know and meme.
Did somebody
like
say
the time
prep
he
time? Hey, we real about that prep time, all right? Quit playing with his soul, bro.
Like the time he developed a backup personality that would ensure he functions as Batman in case of a psychological attack that drove him mad. A backup human operating system.
His brain.
A computer, but it's his brain.
He's that guy.
Plans tailored to his teammates' weaknesses should they ever go rogue.
Oh, yeah.
Develop contingencies for everything, which is why Bats comes prepared with extra suits for any occasion.
Like
He's
his
that guy.
Nightfall exosuit to battle Bane, or the Justice Buster, which he obviously designed to combat the Justice League. He even got a final Batsuit from his sixth dimensional self that can rewrite your mind.
But my
He's
favorite
that guy.
is stylish zebra.
How many times do you need to say he's who? Say it. Say it so they hear you in the back. I'm just saying.
Suit, which he wore after getting weird Magneto.
What the hell is that?
Final Batsuit from his sixth dimensional self that can rewrite your mind.
But my favorite is his stylish zebra suit, which he wore after getting weird Magneto powers. They just made his suit look like this for some reason. There's also the Rainbow Batman suit, the Suit of Sorrows, and a
All right, just real quick though. I'm a man
Suit of
like
Sorrow. Made his suit look like this for some reason. There's also the Rainbow
they just made my man a sorry, they just made Batman a tiger for no reason. They did that, and they do. All right, yeah, there's CCC. Like I said, I ain't into the comics like that. So like, why they do that? But okay.
Batman suits, the Suit of Sorrows, and of course,
thing is working. Right.
the Bat Nipples. Chicks dig the
yeah,
Bat
no,
Nipples.
that was crazy.
All paid for with the Bat credit card. Never leave the cave without it.
But perhaps his greatest suit of armor, the one designed to put him on the same level of insane mind-bending power as his league teammates, is the Hellbat.
AKA the single coolest looking thing ever invented.
Yeah.
Forged by Superman in the heart of the sun, each member of the Justice League contributed to this monstrous mech.
All right. I'd heard of this suit before, but I didn't know about it like that. And now seeing this makes you want to go see about these comics because that's just dope, bro. They all said we gonna make him a superhero today.
Superman in the heart of the sun, each member of the Justice League contributed to this monstrous mech's abilities.
And boy does it show, the Hellbat is absolutely hardcore.
Made of nanokinetic mesh, it can shapeshift around Batman's body and operates via telepathic link.
It can fly, turn invisible, and fire a bat-shaped chest laser. And by diverting all the suit's power into his fists, he can use the Devastator, a punch powered by Wonder Woman's strength.
Let's go.
She's strong enough to yank the frickin' Earth around, though it does have a 95% chance of giving old Bats a heart attack.
Which he has given himself to save all of Gotham City on at least one occasion. It's that level of insane drive that pushed him to use the Hellbat in his one-man invasion of Apocalypse in order to bring his son back to life.
You know, Apocalypse, home to the god of evil himself.
If anyone was gonna do it, it was gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to understand. Okay. With Iron Man, I do. Tony ain't got Bat's resolve. Well, I don't even sort of say resolve, because Tony will end somebody. He will cancel them off the registration, whereas Batman tries really hard not to. It's weird that I say that and still Tony don't have Bat's resolve. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he'll X someone out and Bat tries not to, but Bat's the only motherfucker that can really sit up here and be like, I'm not gonna kill. And you look at him just like, okay, you're right. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Other people, I'll be like, what do you mean? We gotta kill this motherfucker. Batman said, I'll be like, just gonna let him do that.
Darkseid. Batman stared down the final boss of DC Comics and actually kicked his ass.
This is incredible, considering Darkseid is a being strong enough to destroy entire universes and fast enough to fly to the edge of the universe in seconds. Since the DC universe is significantly larger than our own, that would be over 600 quintillion times the speed of light.
That same Darkseid avatar even took a Shoryuken from Alan Scott, who was amped up from the energy of the multiverse. And Bats cleaned his clock just as hard.
But this incalculable strength is drawn from Batman's own life force, specifically his metabolism. Should any fight with the Hellbat go on too long, Batman may succumb to its hunger before finishing the fight himself. Or absorb someone else's biomass for fuel. That works too.
So basically, you'd have...
So if he was just, you know, cool with that, then he could just use the suit all the time. He just, you know, man, he just kind of be, you know what I'm saying, Majin Buu with, you know what I'm saying, just gotta just get people, just absorbing people left and right.
Have to be completely batshit insane to pilot.
That works too.
So basically, you'd have to be completely batshit insane to pilot this thing. And Bats, yeah, sorry to break it to you, but the grown man that wears his underwear on the outside isn't all there.
In keeping...
You talking about Superman? No, you ain't talking about Superman. You just got Superman. Okay. All right, I see you.
With being a perfectionist, though, he's completely aware of this. That's why he does not kill. Because if he did, he understands that he can't trust himself to know when to stop.
Batman is outsmarted than...
He's like, I am aware that I have emotional, mental instabilities. So I do not trust myself to determine when it is correct to take a life. See, that's what he knows himself. We can't get mad at him for that.
That he can't trust himself to know when to stop.
Batman is outsmarted the nigh-omniscient Metron, defeated his dark counterpart, the Batman Who Laughs, and humiliated Superman in a one-on-one fight. No, wait, that one's not canon. That one he technically had help. Yeah, that one!
Although many of his greatest accomplishments have been aided by his exceptional prep work and foreknowledge, he's no stranger to being put on the spot, even in the face of Armageddon. Who else would kick the Spectre, the Angel of Wrath, God's divine judgment, in the face?
In the face!
And then tell him to get the hell out of his city.
I'll tell you who. The goddamn motherfucking na Batman!
No! Let him know, Boosie! No! No, Batman! Oh my God! See, so it's because the way I feel about Bats, I feel like he's just gonna get wiped. But our bets are gonna stay on him. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're gonna see what Tony got real quick in his repertoire.
For this.
You would be forgiven for doubting the destiny of genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist Tony Stark.
Yeah, because you can add massive prick to that list too.
Tony's parents died when he was still young, leaving the mind-bogglingly brilliant prodigy to inherit a multi-billion-dollar tech company.
With mommy and daddy's purse strings, Tony decided to live it up and down in food.
First human being to wield the Infinity Gauntlet. Okay. Likes to roleplay as Doctor Strange.
and the ladies.
Which was problematic considering he made his fortune as a part of a military-industrial complex, selling devastating high-tech arms to the highest bidder.
And Tony got to see his handiwork firsthand when it literally blew up in his face.
Tony never had much of a heart to begin with, but after that, he literally had even less. Unlike so many men of weaker spirit, though, Tony refused to give up. He was made of tougher stuff. He was made of iron.
So he built himself a robot suit to bust the hell out of there.
He's like,
and
not
when he
me.
Got back to the good old U.S.
He was like, I don't know who the hell y'all thought y'all caught in this bitch, but it ain't me. I'm not a prison. I don't do that. I don't do that. Not today. I'm out this bitch.
He devoted his life to protecting the world from the kinds of weapons he helped make by making an even better robot suit and becoming a superhero.
I am Iron Man.
I'm him.
Building new suits of armor wasn't just a hobby for Tony, but an obsession. Over the course of his long career as a founding member of the Avengers, he has constructed dozens of different models, which he can call to him at once like a literal one-man army.
Most of his armors come with the same basic toolkit: super strength, massively hypersonic flight, and repulsor blast.
Repulsors are extremely dense beams of muons, unstable subatomic particles similar to electrons. They're actually really interesting. See, they're classified as leptons, which don't have any known substructures. Just sort of like...
He's like, stop, hush.
It's a laser.
It's a laser.
Suck the fun out of it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And here's my thing, though. I really kind of, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, kind of a little bit was into what dude, like, what you mean they don't have, like, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, yeah, let's move it.
His armors also come with onboard AI, like Friday, which can hack into enemy technology.
Ooh, dang, is that my resolutions talking to me like that? Like, what's happening here? There we go. Including a backup AI of himself if he were to ever be influenced by outside sources. Okay.
Command his other suits to fight remotely and operate down to the picosecond. That's 1/trillionth of a second.
Even outdated armors are strong enough to blow up a chunk of rock as big as Manhattan. By taking a look at its speed, Tony's armor would have had to be hitting with an energy of nearly 300 teratons of TNT.
See, that part. See, that's how I knew they was going to do. They was like, oh, yeah. Batman, he's 68 tons or 60 tons. There's 286 tons. See, I knew they was going to do that shit. I knew it. But I'm still gonna say Bats. Because they're gonna put like Bat's strongest suit. I think it's gonna fall down to Bat's strongest suit up against Iron Man's strongest suit.
That's 3 times stronger than the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Years spent defending the Earth has conditioned Tony to be prepared for any threat imaginable, and he has an armor for almost any occasion.
He's got an armor to bust Hulks, an armor to bust Thors, an armor that can turn intangible, a super tiny armor that can mess with your insides, and an armor made of white sticky alien goo. Definitely not legal in all 50 states.
Gross. In order to remain as flexible as possible, though, his standard go-to is the Model Prime. It has all the classic Iron Man staples and has even incorporated size changing for extra strength, an invisible stealth mode,
And a badass lightning samurai sword. Say what you want about the smug son of a bitch, but he's definitely got style and crippling alcoholism. But look who's talking.
It was more than likely that same devil-may-care attitude that led to Tony revealing his secret identity to the world. Which
I am
death
him!
had no consequences.
Look, Wiz, when you build a space laser strong enough to wipe out alien fleets in one shot, I don't think the Mandarin is going to interrupt your shawarma lunch date.
That space laser is a Dyson sphere, a speculative superstructure that is meant to encircle an entire star and harness its energy. Something only possible by a theoretical Type 2 civilization on the Kardashev scale.
It's basically when you're galaxy-brained enough to draw power from the entire solar system.
I know it's comics, but the fact that Tony just has one of these lying around
That
is
part.
insane.
That
Known
part.
as Soul's Hammer, Tony's incomplete sphere is strong enough to destroy a planet at only a 2% charge.
Didn't you work on one of those?
Damn.
Remember you talking about how it'd solve your student
So
loan?
like, what is it? You gonna destroy a planet at 2% charge? Like, what? You fighting back? What you gonna do? Shoot that at him? Like, you gonna be too close? Like, okay, we move.
Problems once and for all.
On behalf of the families of several planets that no longer exist, I'm not legally at liberty to discuss that.
Years of protecting the world from aliens, gods, and even his friends. All of that stuff wore Tony down and turned him into the one thing he promised himself he would never become: a narc.
Siding with the U.S. government's enforcement of the Superhuman Registration Act led to a literal civil war between superheroes. It wouldn't be his last.
Though it did prove he could hang with the best of them. He's beaten Captain America in hand-to-hand combat, survived blows from—
They didn't show that in the movie. Okay, never mind. They did show that in the movie. They did show that in the Civil War. Like, yeah, Tony started beating the shit out of Cap until Bucky got in there and they started jumping him because Tony's suit calibrated. See, that's what I think. But see, Batman though, he better than Cap. Don't get me wrong now. But no, I think no, because yeah, I even in the Batman versus Cap episode I had seen, it's like what Bat's mastered versus what Cap is just adept at. You know what I'm saying? But all right, we move.
Best of them. He's beaten Captain America in hand-to-hand combat, survived blows from Thor, and even took down the Worldbreaker Hulk.
He even matched Magneto. Magneto, the guy that controls metal, the thing that surrounds Tony's entire body, by amplifying his power with Jupiter's magnetic field.
And then Max punched him with the power of the sun, and it was like, no big deal. There really doesn't seem to be a limit to how insane Tony's tech gets. In the movies, this is the same guy that figured out time travel just sitting around one evening.
Just sitting around one evening?
Tony's already shattered the laws of physics.
Oh my God.
Sure. Go to the Middle Ages and play nights with Dr. Doom, you scamp.
Perhaps his greatest invention of all, however, was the E-scape, an entire virtual universe where the only limit is his imagination.
And because Tony's nothing if not predictable, he made an armor out of it. That's right, he made an armor out of a universe.
This virtual armor is composed of solid holograms that can form any weapon Tony can think of.
Oh,
but
damn.
Even it likely cannot compare to the armor Tony created inside the E-scape, the Godbuster.
It's literally Iron Man going Super Saiyan. The Godbuster was so powerful it destroyed the entire E-scape in a single blast, along with the AI controlling all of it.
An earlier iteration of the Godbuster was able to stand up to Celestials, cosmic gods that can warp reality, like Galactus, Odin, and Franklin, who can threaten the multiverse with their—
Wait, Odin? Ain't that the big laser face guy? Unless that's what Odin looks like in the comics and they just changed it in the movie. But all right.
like Galactus, Odin, and Franklin, who can threaten the multiverse with—
Franklin, Richard. Yo, hold on. Yeah, no, I'm aware of Franklin. Damn. All right, yo, look. All right. Okay, I get it. That might not be able. We'll wait to the end of this part.
their power.
So it lives up to the friggin' name, in case you were wondering. But it isn't that kind of power that makes Tony special. After a life spent wallowing in vice and pleasure, Tony rebuilt himself into a man he could be proud of. Someone who could sacrifice everything to save the world.
I suppose underneath it all, that man of iron had a heart of gold.
You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace.
All right. So, bets, are they changing? Oh my God. Yo, you know what? I gotta put it like this, bro. The Bat fan in me gonna keep saying Batman. But from everything I just heard, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna come down to their armors, you know what I'm saying? And even the way that because I know like Bats was forged by, you know, the members of the Justice League and all this other stuff, and this man literally forced his in virtual reality that, you know, it's just, come on, Bats, all day, let's go. We move.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
We
possible—
round with Batman.
But first, if you want the same level of confidence as these two billionaires, check out Blue Chew.
confidence. It can get you far in
Facts.
Hey, Bat.
Now, I can respect a man with a healthy sense of paranoia and billions to spare, but Steve and Nat are really up my ass about this. Take the watchtower offline now. Bruce.
You don't want this fight, Tony. It'll be the biggest mistake of your life.
Let him know.
Clark, do you read me? The watchtower is being attacked.
Seriously, Bats? I figured out hacking in the 2nd grade. How do you think I got in here? Aside from...
You gotta do something. You gotta do different stuff, Bats.
Really, Bruce? This stick? I thought we were grown-ups here.
He's Batman.
And you are.
Yo, you starting with that armor? Wait, no, that's not. Okay. Wait, is it?
Friday, I need Soul's Hammer online pronto. Match my coordinates. I'll try to... Oh.
Yo, is that... Did he just start off with the crazy armor, like off rip? Did Batman... I know they went through some armors there, but that looked like the last one. The one that, you know what I'm saying? You just off the... You gotta level up. Just don't give me too much hope. But all right, we move. But I like him getting active. I like Bats getting active. All of that. I like Bats getting active.
What did you expect? I am Batman.
Let him know.
And I am Iron Man.
Oh, okay, so he got his armor too. All right.
Busting wannabe gods like you.
So I think it's crazy. They went to the big armor like right off the bat. No exchanging of, you know what I'm saying? No, okay. Well, we're still at the beginning of the fight, but all right. Let's go, Bats. Where are you guys aiming? What are you shooting at? It's Batman. You don't even know what you're doing right now.
Bust this.
In the face. See, they making it look way too good for Bats in the beginning. They making it look way too good for Bats in the beginning. You know what I'm? It just kind of, you know, it feels good. It feels good, but it feels like it only feels good for it to be ripped from my soul. But all right, let's go. Oh, he's gonna get his plasma. Oh no, yeah, his other armor.
I had to divert some power to hacking that suit. Like I said, 2nd grade. Friday, fire the hammer!
You're right there. You're right there. Oh, he has an armor that... He's still Batman! He's still Batman! Shit.
No more armor.
Is right. Is right, mother... Is right! They say no more armor. You know, Tony always got some kind of armor hack. Something, so I feel like this is where it's gonna fall off for Bats. But come on, man, show them who you is. Out of there! Holy shit! Holy shit!
No more armors, Tony. Just you and me, man to man.
Well, man to genius billionaire playboy.
In the face! Shut up, you stupid! You are not a fighter.
Maybe just one more. Model 58, the nano armor. Snuck it into your body back on the watchtower. Friday, initiate self-destruct.
What'd I tell you? What'd I say? What'd I say? Told you. They was having that whole fight looking good for Bats, bro. I will chalk this one to BS. I think that Iron Man, if Iron Man won, I don't think it would be like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Bruce has had countermeasures for things infiltrating his body, pause. But all right, let's go.
Friday, I could really use a drink.
So they're gonna make it that he was just smarter.
Oh, come on! You know if they fought naked, Batman would have beat the shit out of him.
While Batman is a character defined by his tenacity, preparedness, and utter genius, so is Tony Stark. So neither could rely on that skill set alone to pull them through.
And it shouldn't come as a surprise. Batman's standard batsuit couldn't quite hold up to the firepower of even the most basic Iron Man armors. The batsuit is surprisingly tough, sure, but it isn't taking hits from a dude that can punch apart Manhattan. And despite Bats having a ton of nifty gadgets, Iron Man's armors were way more varied and powerful.
That's what you were way more varied and powerful. Okay, so that's okay. I guess that's my issue with how this one ended. I feel like in the ways that Tony could have won and it actually like made sense for his stuff being like superior to Bat stuff, like that was it. You know, that I guess that's my thing with this one.
So many unique and often alien abilities, there was no way Bats could predict all of them.
With time, he could certainly figure out a plan of attack, but since Tony is
as
much a genius schemer as Batman, he could do the same.
There are lots of cases where he would have won, especially with his ace in the hole, the Hellbat.
The Hellbat's
the Justice Specialist for design she faced Justice League would be ineffective against most Iron Man armors. Likewise, it cannot counter the abilities of certain. Okay.
Raw power and speed absolutely dwarfed the majority of Iron Man's arsenal, and could have killed him immediately were it not for Tony's own trump cards.
Like the Godbuster, which was definitely strong enough to contend with it. The Hellbat could take on Darkseid, but a weaker version of the Godbuster could hold its own against Celestials.
Darkseid was a being capable of threatening the multiverse with his power and moving many times faster than light, but the Celestials were capable of the same.
With an armor that strong, Tony could buy himself enough time to break out all his other tricks, like sneaking nano armors into Batman's body, phasing through him with ghost tech, draining the Hellbat's power, or just hacking his suit and shutting it off.
And with an army of armors at his beck and call, Tony could certainly...
I don't know about the hacking part. Like you said, when it comes to that kind of stuff, they even said it in the beginning how they're kind of both on the level, so you can't rely on that alone, but all right.
He hold Batman off long enough to employ those strategies. Hell, since he can control them remotely, he technically didn't even need to be there and put himself in harm's way.
And remember, the Hellbat used Batman's own life force as a battery. He needed to end the fight quick or else his own armor would kill him.
I could have absorbed Tony
first. With Tony throwing an army at him, he didn't have a good way of doing that. Tony just had way too much shit to throw at Batman, while Batman didn't have the time or options he needed to keep up.
Batman may have been a god among men, but Iron Man's wealth of gadgets, insanely powerful tech, and greater mechanical experience allowed him to crush the Caped Crusader.
You might think it's an injustice that Batman's gonna need avenging, but Iron Man was in a whole nother league.
Wow, he's got bars. He's got
Iron
bars.
Man.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed.
Alright, hey, that was dope. We watched that dope. Shh, here. I was feeling that. That was a good recommendation with Thomas Lorenzo. Good recommendation. I was feeling it. We still wanted Batman to win, but I kind of saw it coming. You know what I'm saying? The way that Batman was moving at the beginning, you know, when he's saucing it like that at the beginning, it's not going to end well, and the Batman was saucing that like entire fight he was up. So like it was what it was. But I definitely understand how Tony wins with his tech and things like that. I feel like it would have went different how he won, I guess. But yeah, nah, this was still dope, man. That's the take. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that social media. I catch y'all next one, fam. Peace.